Can anyone tell me the significance of February 6th, 2015? Besides Ian. I have someone in the back. Please go ahead.
I'll guess that the law for euthanasia was passed.
That's close enough that I'll say yes, but I'm going to use much different wording. February 6, 2015 was the day that the Supreme Court of Canada unanimously decided to relieve the prohibition against assistance in dying. That piece of the criminal code is called 241, section B, for those of you who like to stay up late and read what's on the government websites. It actually is not a law for euthanasia. It was a ruling that relieved us of an absolute prohibition against assistance in death. What's unique about the decision is that every one of the justices signed it. It is very rare that all of the justices will sign other than the lead, who is in this case Beverly McLaughlin. But each justice felt that this was such an important decision in Canadian history that they all put their names on the document. The ruling came into effect as of February 6, 2016, but we did not actually have legislation until June of 2016. Since that time, over 700 Canadians have had access to a compassionate, assisted end of life if they qualify for these services. To choose an assisted death is never an easy option. We want to make sure that everyone knows that this is about choice. We are not a pro-death organization. We are a human rights and a patient rights organization. The legislation, when it came into being, ignored the 21 recommendations by the Special Joint Committee and elected to have a much more restricted view towards assisted death than the Carter ruling had allowed for. One of the difficulties is the phrasing that you have to be in a situation where your death is reasonably foreseeable, which actually puts barriers on physicians and communities who are new to the idea of assisted death and perhaps uncomfortable with what this means. We are a non-profit, volunteer-driven national organization. Our national head office is in Toronto. We have 9 staff members who work far above and beyond what we could possibly repay them, either monetarily or emotionally. Their ability to spin gold out of air is phenomenal. And the rest of the country, myself included, I'm the vice chair of our national board. We have board members from all across the country and volunteers from all across the country, and I'm the co-chair of our local Vancouver chapter. So a lot of what we've done has been on a volunteer basis. We are committed to improving quality of dying, expanding end-of-life choice, and helping Canadians avoid unwanted suffering. Our 4 mandates include advocacy for compassionate end-of-life choice and making sure that all Canadians know that this is now a constitutional right that you may choose should you qualify. We inform Canadians about legal options and the importance of advanced care planning. One of the ways that we support this work is actually doing advanced care planning workshops and seminars, and you can visit our national website, or you can contact me locally, or you can visit our local Dying with Dignity Vancouver Facebook page. We also provide personal support for people. And this is a place where you could come in if this is the type of volunteerism that you're looking for. Unfortunately, the law around assisted medical assistance in dying requires witnesses. It is the only medical procedure that you will need to have witnesses for. And as you can imagine, for many people at end of life, people who are older, people who also may have objections to their choice, do not have anyone that they can call on. This is one of the things that we do with our local chapter. We have 16 witnesses. You are trained, you are supported, and we help people understand what the end-of-life documents say and to witness that they have requested it. We do everything from the grassroots level right up to the highest level. You'll think back to how I opened, and we combined with the BC Civil Liberties Association to take this issue of assistance in death at end of life to the highest court. So we work at the bedside of Canadians who need us, and we also work at a very high level politically. Our board and our volunteers is comprised of people who strongly believe in what our mandate and our position is, and all the way up to various professionals in a variety of professions, physicians, lawyers, human rights activists, and advocates of all stripes. And you are always welcome to join us. We need people to help with witnessing. We need people who are interested in expanding social media. We need people who are interested in other education events that we put on, learning how to give advanced care planning seminars. Even if you did something as small as learned how to do an advanced care seminar and told it to people at work. We often think of end of life and our organization with the actual time that your life is over. But we want people to know that we are talking also about planning, about how things may happen that you have not even thought about. We're a resource for much more than supporting end-of-life care, but we're very proud of what we've done to get us there as a country. I started volunteering with Dying with Dignity 4 years ago, and it started as a response to the cruel exclusion of end-of-life choice for desperate Canadians. And we did successfully help change the Criminal Code of Canada. Until all Canadians have access to end-of-life care, we'll continue to need you as our volunteers. Thank you.